Hello everyone, welcome to Wolff&Schafe podcast. This is episode 16. My name is Magdalena and this is my little co-host Domara. Meow. This is a knitting, spinning and hand-dyeing podcast in Switzerland, in a town near Zurich. If you're a returning viewer, I'm so happy to have you back. Hello. And if you're new, please feel at home. And thank you for checking out my show. You can find me on Ravelry. I'm Wolffowna there. And on Instagram under my full name, Magdalena Wolff with double F. We have also a Ravelry group, a Wolff&Schafe podcast. If you haven't yet, please join if you enjoyed the show. We have the Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones knit along going on, but it's almost over. If you're curious, please check out our finished objects thread. There are some fabulous projects there. I'm really somehow proud of my viewers that they are so talented and they make such beautiful things. We have mostly socks with beautiful cables or other patterns, but we also have a sock pattern transformed into a mitten pattern. So check it out. They are awesome, and thank you to everyone who participated. If you are a fast knitter, you still have some time. I will be closing the thread on May the 3rd, which is my birthday, and probably because I usually record on Wednesdays, I will draw the prize on Wednesday, May the 4th. Hopefully, because my father is going to be visiting, so some things might get a bit messed up, changed, but I hope it will be there on May the 4th. So yeah, that's exciting. Our first knit along. The prize is my hand-dyed yarn in Song of Ice and Fire colorway, a Song of Ice and Fire inspired colorway. By the way, new season is on. Are you watching? It's very exciting, really. And yeah, what I wanted else to say about me, if you're new, I am Polish, but I live in Switzerland with my husband and my son. Now I'm basically being a mom and an indie dyer. But I study Japanese language and culture, so I'm basically a Japanologist. I used to teach Japanese while in Poland, and I spent a lovely year in Nara on my scholarship. And by the way, this is a beautiful cup I received from one friend from Nara. When I got married, I got a traditional gift of 2 cups, so-called married couple cups, which one is larger and one is smaller. It's typical Japanese point of view that the wife should get smaller. So this is mine. They're the same, just the size is different, and it's very traditional exactly for Nara, which is a very old city. It was founded in 8th century, and it was a capital of Japan there then. So there are very cute kimono people here. Oh, camera, please focus. Yes. And there are some simplified flowers and a pavilion. Yeah, I think it's very cute. I just adore Japanese pottery. And the tea I'm drinking is again Japanese. It's genmaicha, meaning it's sencha tea with some roasted rice added to it. Well, anyway, I visited Japan around 2 years after I got married, but anyone with whom I met, like from Japanese people, would really, because I haven't seen them after my marriage, my getting married. So whoever I talked to, they were really happy for me and congratulating me and giving gifts. I have a feeling that getting married is something even more serious than it is in Poland. It's really, because if I met with someone after 2 years, okay, I would congratulate them, but probably not with official gifts like this. I don't know. But anyway, it was so very nice. But I think we should get to knitting finally, because it's already been 6 minutes of my just chatting away and sipping my tea. Oh, and it's Wednesday, April the 27th. Sorry, because in German, and I live in German-spoken part of Switzerland, first you would say 7 and then 2 in 27, so it would be 7 and 20. No matter. Yeah, it's a Wednesday and it's snowing again. We all thought that winter is gone, but yeah, it's like, what, fourth day in a row that it's been snowing. Not cool weather, not cool. Okay. Let's start with knitting, shall we? First on, my Rombi cardigan. I am close to finishing and I'm annoyed because my needles, which are very pretty, I mean one of them is opposing me. These are my pretty Knit Pro Symphony Birchwood 3mm needles, interchangeable. And one of them is simply, I don't know if you can see it, but on the join, it comes to a point when it just won't block in one position. It will spin around still. So when I'm knitting, it just loses the grip on the cable and I lose my stitches, and this is very annoying. And I tried changing the cable and it didn't work, so it seems it's a problem with this needle. Luckily enough, I have already ordered new 3mm needles. It will be carbons, and my dad will bring them on Sunday because my dad is visiting, as I mentioned. So I have two options: either just put some tape here on the join and try to knit. I will see, maybe it will work, or just wait till Sunday because, oh sorry, I somehow got a DPN here, I don't know how. Anyway, I am done with everything except the border or the collar. So I might as well show it on myself. Of course it's not blocked, so it doesn't look perfect, and I have the ends to weave in, but as I promised to Iga, these are not half sleeves, they're a bit longer, and only the collar is missing now. Yeah, I have started here picking up stitches for the collar, but then I had this problem with the needles. And as I said last episode, I ran out of yarn. I basically have after finishing the sleeves, I have this much left, and I somehow am not sure it would be enough for the color. So I will be using this yarn. I think they will look quite nice together. Just it will be color in contrasting yarn. And it's hand dyed by my friend Claudia, who is like her brand name is Gabriela Kos. And it's beautiful. This colorway is Chinese ink, and it's sport weight. And it's also why, not only because of the color, but because of the weight of the yarn. I chose it because I almost don't have any sport weight yarn. So I'm pretty annoyed and frustrated because I'm so close to finishing, and then the evil needle strikes is just so annoying. But yeah. So yeah, I will be picking up stitches here and knitting around here. Almost done, almost done. This is my big project, and don't think that even though I have another sweater going on, I'm not thinking about a new one. Oh no, I am, and I will tell you about it just later in the episode. Oh, and I'm knitting on Debbie, the main part of the sweater is Debbie Bliss Cashmerino or Baby Cashmerino in Mist colorway. It's a lovely neutral gray. And then I have my socks, because there are always socks on the needles. They must be. So socks for my grandma are slowly growing. I'm finished with the pattern because I decided that on it's not the cuff, the thing below, between the heel and the cuff, will be just plain stockinette, because I was worried it would that it would somehow make marks on my grandma's legs, so that she wouldn't be annoyed by it, that she would be comfortable. I decided that the rest will be plain stockinette, so it should go pretty quickly. And I am now completely tangled here. Oh, because I'm in the middle of the row, of course. And it's only natural with me because I sometimes knit when I'm babysitting my son, and he always has new ideas, and I have to just leave everything and run to him. But anyway, so I have the Fish Lips Kiss heels, and I have these progress keepers with Eiffel Towers that I bought in Paris. Come on. Yay! One is with a clover, and one is with a ladybug, and I love them. Come on. Yes. So I put them here because when you're knitting patterned, I can remove them now, patterned socks with the Fish Lips Kiss heel, you're supposed to knit around 1 inch of plain stockinette before you restart the patterning. So I wanted to just measure this 1 inch. So I decided that after the heel there will be 3 lines of the checkboard pattern, and then there will be simple stockinette, and in front we have the pattern all the time, and then again we will have plain stockinette, just for, you know, for the comfort of my grandma. And the yarn is Cascade Yarns sock. I think it's yeah, just 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and the needles are Gu 2.5 millimeters on long 120 centimeter needles. So yes, I'm slowly getting there, and I'm already planning new socks because I thought, okay, I want to knit some socks for my family, but I thought, since I'm the person who is the most excited about them, about the pattern, about the socks, that I will knit one pair for a member of my family, and then one for me, and one for a member of my family, and then one for me. This way I still have something to be excited about, and it will be most probably I will try the monkey socks. We will see, we will see. About my other projects, so I'm still I knitted the second knitted knocker. I just haven't stuffed it yet, so it will look just like this one in pale pink, but it's not stuffed yet. And it's, I think it's, I know it is B cup, and the next one will probably be a different size. I haven't met with Kim yet, the friend of mine who with whom I am planning to be doing these, because she's just in the middle of moving from one place to another, and she's very busy, so we'll just have to wait a bit, and in the meantime I can create some more anyway. Because from these, from 50 grams skein, I still have this much left. So I think at least 1 A cup is possible. We shall see about that. And the yarn is this. It's Cotton Time. Cotton Time by Schahenmeyer, German company, and unfortunately they won't be making it anymore. So I thought I found good yarn for the project, for our long-term project, but yeah, they won't be making it anymore, so we have to search for something else, because the yarn must be not wool. The best probably is cotton, machine washable, and it must be soft, because if it's too rough, it will simply irritate the skin of the recipient of the knitted knocker. So if you're interested, please check out the Knitted Knockers website. It's a great idea, a great I think I can call it an organization with a great idea in mind. So yeah, check it out. It's all for breast cancer survivors. So it's a great cause, I think. And I have a new project, of course. One must have something new all the time, right? So I've been thinking about it for so long. Some of you might know that I was knitting hexie puffs. Oh, you already did it. But the problem with hexie puffs is that they are so tiny, and you must have really, I admire people who have finished their beekeepers blankets, because you must be so strong-willed and motivated to finish it. I can't. Just those segments are too small, too tiny for you to be able to see any progress in your work, and that's really demotivating, I think. The hexie puffs are very cute, but yeah. Oh, and I thought I fixed the setting of my screen so it wouldn't turn black, but it still did, so I don't know why. I set it to 60 minutes and it does it every few minutes, so 10 minutes I think. Anyway, but the idea of using scrap yarn is very dear to my heart. So I was thinking about, of course, the one and only Cozy Memories blanket. And in the end, I was just watching Katie's, hi Katie, from Inside Number 23 podcast, her enjoyment of Cozy Memories blanket, and I decided, okay, it's time, I will finally start it. So I did, and I have 2 squares, and of course they are pointing. These lines are pointing into different directions. I did everything I thought I should for them to be aligned, but of course I did it the opposite way. And I know that many people are bothered by it, that they don't have it the same way. I'm not. For now at least, I'm not bothered. So I just cast on the 3rd square, and I used the ends that I have not hidden yet to tell me where I should, where and how I should start. So I think this time it should be the same, pointing the same direction. So maybe only this one will be different, hopefully. Unless I get distracted and then fail again. But anyway, this square is from Madeleine Tosh Single Merino. I bought it as the Unicorn's Tail, which is a mini skein of around, I think, 14 grams or something like that. And the colorway is Celadon, and I used it for my Buccaneers shawl by Justyna Lorkowska, and I love that shawl, and it will be reminding me of that because it's it has, I think, at least 4 colors. So this was one of the stripes. There are zigzagging stripes, and this was one of them. This one, let me show you. This one is my hand-dyed yarn in maple and pine colorway, and I have knit a pair of socks with it, and I love them. I used the pattern by Kristen. Hi Kristen, from Wool and Vine Yarns and the Yarngasm podcast. It's called the Favorite Socks pattern. So, and I knitted them for me. So this will remind me of my lovely socks. And this yarn is by Swiss brand called Lang Yarns. It's one of the most popular brands here in Switzerland, of course. And it's baby color, like baby color, in fingering weight, and it has these, it's white with subtle pastel colors like pinks and pale yellows and blues. It's very, very sweet, and I knitted a pair of slippers for my son when he was very, very small still. And then I knitted, it was one skein, and then I knitted a hat for my friend's baby, and then I still had some left, so I knitted some hexie puffs And then I still had some more. It's, yeah. So I will be knitting some squares. They were a bit small. Somehow when I watched them on podcasts, I had the feeling they were bigger. I know that Katie is using more stitches than in the pattern by, oh God, Junk Yarn. Yes, so I decided to use it too. And there are 46 stitches. I think Katie uses 52 or something, or 53. I thought, okay, let's do 46. This will probably mean I will have more than one square of each color. But yeah, for now, I'm happy, I'm excited. It's fun and easy, unless you don't knit like this. And I have already some more, oh, where's the bag? Yeah, I have some more mini skeins prepared, like leftovers. They live in my cute linen bag. Well, no, it's cotton bag. But anyway, it's by Lettuce Knits, which is, again, Justyna Lorkowska, and I got it when I took part in her workshops last year. And so yeah, I have still this much left of the maple and pine. I really like this colorway, it's so foresty. And I have still some left of this. This is Cascade Yarns in sock in denim colorway. I also knitted some hexie puffs with it, but it still lasts. I have some of this. I used it for my Game of Thrones knit along project, which was Melisandre socks. I used this. And it's a tonal yarn, a single ply, and it's Jawohl Magic, I think. And I also have this, still some left. This was yarn that I used for my second socks. Oh, come on, camera, work with me here. Why are you so... Oh, yeah. So this is self-striping, and I think it will be interesting. It's much more vivid than on the camera, I'd say. There used to be ice cream on a stick called Zap. I don't know if you know them, but as a kid, I loved them. They were, oh no, come here. They were said to be caramel flavor, but let's be frank, it was just sugar flavor. But I loved them. They had those pastel-y colors with greens and pinks as well, some yellows. And this is exactly what it is. It reminds me of them. And I also really like the socks that I knit with it. So this will be a nice self-striping square, and the yarn is Citron Trekking. Yeah, but the colorway is just some number that I don't remember. And I think that's it. I still have the Celadon, the Madeleine Tosh. But yeah, another square later. I will have some leftover yarns, and I was thinking that if I manage to spin some nice fingering weight hand spun, I can also include it. But because most of my thus far that I have spun they are mostly like DK weight. But we will see. I think it's, oh, that's all for knitting. Oh no, I decided to record what I'm putting into my blanket, and I thought that using a beautiful notebook will be very motivating. So, come on screen, why do you do that to me? I've had this notebook for quite a while. This is famous paper blanks that are incredibly expensive. So whenever I see them, I'm like, okay, they're pretty, but I can't pay more for a notebook that I would pay for a book. It's just, it doesn't make sense to pay for a book with blank pages more than you would pay for a book that someone has written, right? But sometimes I just can't resist, and this pattern is just so gorgeous because it's based on Japanese lacquered box, and it has these lovely turtles, and yeah, these beautiful plants and fans, and on them also other creatures like these birds, and here we have some grasses, and oh my god, oh, and yeah, and here there are some more leaves and flowers and a birdie. So I just couldn't resist, and I used it for some notes now and then. Basically, I was writing a short story here, but I never finished it. So now I decided I will use it to write down my squares, just to know what I have used. Yeah. So I will know. It's just so beautiful. It's a shame just for it to just be lying down somewhere when I can be using it, right? Yay! Okay, so now we can move on to spinning. But first I wanted to show you something that I kept forgetting to show you because it was just, come on, stashed. It just got trapped in some place. So this is my kiwi box, and I have created it as soon as I finished assembling my spinning wheel. But as I said, I forgot to show you before, and I put this kiwi bird here because I thought it would be cute. And here I keep various things connected to my spinning wheel, like wax polish and the oil and some scrap yarn for my leaders and the leftovers from assembling. This is the wire that I used for my wheel, and this I think is very cute, so I thought I will show you. This is my kiwi box, and yes, okay, what I'm spinning, okay, last episode I showed you some of my new Woolly Witch Rolex single, and I'm done with the first single for I will be plying them together, so I have the first part. Can you see it? Yay! Can you see the layers? I think it's beautiful. It's just awesome. And there's this peacock blue and rich purple and orange and some gold. I think it's lovely and scrumptious, and oh, it's so soft too. So now I have to, because there are four Rolex in total here, so I will use the same order and colorways for the second single so I can apply them together. It's lovely. It is lovely, and I think I can manage, suppose I can, fingering weight, so then I can add it to my cozy memories blanket. It would be awesome. It would be awesome. And then I have my wheel, and forgive me that I'm just lifting it and showing like that, but it's more convenient to me not to take the bobbin out and then place it again. It's just easier for me to show it like this. Right now I have this. And if you have seen the episode about Edinburgh Yarn Festival, you've seen this already. This is a braid that I bought on the festival from Wolff&Schafe here, and it's Falkland fiber in Caridwen colorway. And it's incredibly soft and beautiful. I'm just delighted to work with it, and it's, oh sorry, and it looks like this. I still have quite some of the fiber to process, but it's, yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot, and I hope I will come back to this. But the problem is, I get new fibers, I want to work on my new fibers, so then making double plies is getting a bit difficult. And yes, I have new fibers to show you. But anyway, this is lovely. This is my first time with Falkland fiber, and I'm delighted. It's so soft, just so soft, and the colorway is just wonderful. I couldn't resist it on the festival. So now, excuse me for crinkling. I knocked the camera a bit, sorry about that. But I have some crinkly stuff to show you. As you know, my birthday is near, and because of that I'm treating myself. So I have ordered from Fairview Fibers. It's in the UK, so it's the British spelling. Look. Marina, Baby Llama, and Angelina. What is there not to love? It's Crystal Ice Cave, 100 grams, and I believe it's 6 raw legs or ponies. And yeah, I just thought it's a beautiful, beautiful colorway. And just look at the handwriting. This is so impressive. It's so beautiful. I was impressed, at least. And this is not dyed fiber. This is 4 shades of Shetland. And these are in various shades of natural Shetland sheep fiber. I thought it's awesome. It looks so beautiful, and the yarn will be beautiful as well. Oh, I was wrong. It's more than 6, I'd say. 1, 2, 3, 6 from this side, and there are 4 more here. And they look like cute snails, don't they? And this is not all, because I have also, oh my God, I just I am speechless. Look, it's merino, baby llama, tussa silk, mulberry silk, bamboo, and angelina, and the colorway's name is Fafnir's Heart. And if the colorway wasn't enough, I mean, Fafnir was a dragon that was slain by Sigurd. Some of you know that I love the story of Sigurd. It's either Sigurd from the Edda, the Icelandic sagas, or it's Siegfried from Nibelungenlied, which is German version of the same story. Well, some changes, but anyway, that's it. It's about Siegfried or Sigurd, and he killed the dragon, and then he cooked his heart and ate it. But when he killed the dragon, he bathed in his blood, which made his skin resistant to any weapon, except for his left shoulder blade, where his left shoulder blade was, because there a leaf got stuck to his back, and there the blood did not reach. So that was the weak spot. Like we have Achilles with his weak spot being the heel, and Siegfried or Sigurd had the spot on his back. But about Fafnir, when Sigurd was cooking the heart, he tried whether it's ready, and he burned his finger. So he put it into his mouth, and that's how he learned the language of the birds, which was very useful to him in the future. Anyway, this colorway is even more gorgeous than it was on the pictures. Like in real life, it's even more gorgeous than it looked on the pictures on the website. It's such a deep blood color. It's beautiful, and it has this gold. Oh my god, it's just, yeah, it's beautiful, and it's connected to Siegfried's story. I just had to. It was impossible to resist. So this is it for spinning, but I still have some dyeing to show you. First, a sip of tea. Ooh. Oh, and I just dropped one skein of yarn. Okay, so I played a bit in the dyeing pot recently, and I came up with something like this. It's just one of a kind. I don't think I will ever repeat it, but this icy blue with some speckles, various quite subtle speckles. Oh, come on, camera. Yay. So it has a bit dirtier browns and some purples and some blues. Here you can see. And it's fingering weight 100% superwash BFL, meaning blue face Lister. And it's very soft. It's, of course, it's not buttery soft, but it's for BFL, it's actually surprisingly nice. So, so yeah, I'm happy how it turned out. From time to time, it's okay to have unrepeatable colorway, right? But I have something else also, because, as I said, I'm almost done with the rhombi cardigan, and I've been thinking about another sweater for myself, and it's Love's Promise by my friend Agata Mackiewicz. She's Amanita. I think on Ravelry she's Amanita A with 2 A's at the end, and on Instagram she's Amanita Knits. And she's a very talented young designer. I highly recommend that you check out her Ravelry store with patterns. And I've been eyeing her Love's Promise pattern for quite a while. And you know what? I was watching Fluffy Fibers by Isabel. Hello there, Isabel. And I was delighted to see that she has knitted my friend's pattern. I was so excited. It was almost like it was mine. I was so happy to see it. And because it's a fabulous pattern. It's so lovely and simple and elegant at the same time. So I want to knit one for myself, and I have already dyed yarn for it, for myself, and from my new base, which is Dew. It's 70% baby alpaca and 30% silk. And it has, thanks to the silk part, it has this lovely luster to it. And I dyed it in one of my favorite colorways, which is Rose Quartz in Ice. You can see. Come on. Come on. Yeah, so it's icy blue with pale pinks, some mauve. And yeah, I'm in love with this colorway, so I decided to make a sweater out of it. And I talked to Agata, and we agreed that Love's Promise will be a good pattern for this colorway because there's a lot of stockinette. So a variegated yarn will be okay for that. It will be able to, you know, to show. So, and because it's alpaca here, it has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little bit of a halo. But it's so extremely soft. I just, I can't wait to have a sweater out of it. It will be just awesome. Awesome. So I think it's finally it for my regular segments. Only the last one, only last one is left, and that is my life, just private things going on. As I mentioned, I just joined Audible on Amazon, and I'm enjoying it thus far, especially while spinning, for example, on this this beautiful braid. And I'm listening to Knots and Crosses by Ian Rankin. It's his first novel in the Inspector Rebus series, and it's being read by a Scottish actor, which means it adds to the Scottish atmosphere there. And he is reading it so that in the descriptions the accent is less profound, and when he reads dialogues it gets stronger, so you are getting into the atmosphere of Edinburgh, which is which is great, I think. Other than that, Gleb, my husband, and me just started playing a game together because I just thought we used to play Diablo 1 together. Or maybe it was one of the older parts of Diablo. It was just fun to play together, and we found a game that both of us liked, and it's called Terraria. And it's a game in which you collect things, you build your own house, you fight some enemies, you explore the world around, and it's fun to do it together. So we just built our house together, and we are working on making it more sophisticated, so that, for example, the intruders won't come in or stuff like that. I just made a bathtub made of cactus, because you can collect wood, you can collect dirt and stones, and you can also collect cacti. And there's this whole series of objects you can make. So I just made a lantern, a cactus lantern, and a cactus bathtub, so we can enjoy, like our characters can enjoy having a cactus green bathtub in our apartment. So yay, this is surprisingly fun, because Gleb found some various games, and he sent me the links, and I looked at them, and this was the one that I looked at and thought, okay, that's it. It's not very like modern or anything. It's like the graphics is nothing impressive, but it's just cute and fun, and that's what we were going for. And also on last Sunday we went on a trip, the three of us and our friend Tom. He proposed that we go to the south of Switzerland, to the city called Bellinzona. Is in the Italian-spoken part of Switzerland, and we did, especially because we had awful weather up north here. It was raining and snowing, and even some sleet was here going on. And then we checked out the weather forecast, and it was sun, like without any clouds there. So we said yes, and Tom also said the magic word. It's a word magic to me, because he said castles, and I love castles. In Bellinzona there are I think at least, there are 3 castles, and they were built, they were started in Roman times. They were of course rebuilt, changed and whatnot, but the originals started in Roman times, which means it's very old. And yeah, it was so much fun, and our son enjoyed it as well. He was climbing some rocks and running on the grass, and the views were lovely. I also saw there was a kind of fair going on, and I saw a booth with hand-crocheted creatures. I will try and include a photograph there, because they were so cute and lovely. And there was a lovely church as well. I just saw that the door is open, because here in the West it's different than in Poland, because in Poland most of the churches are open the whole day, not only when the Mass is going on, but just for whenever somebody wants to enter and pray in peace, you can do that. But here it's different. They're closed if there is no Mass inside. And I saw that door is open. So I just peeked inside, and I was just staring like that, because it was oh so beautiful. Just the thought I would miss it because I would think it's closed, or I would think, oh, we came for the castles and, oh, the church, okay, it's nice, but whatever. No, I entered it and, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And they're renovating still, I think, some of the frescoes on the top. And so we had a lovely, lovely trip. The only not fun part was because you have to go through the Gotthard tunnel to get there, and it creates a lot of traffic jam. So we had to wait quite a while going there and back. But other than that, it was nice. We had a nice time, and we caught some sunlight, which is very valuable, I think, in gloomy days like we have right now. So I think that is all. I feel like I did a lot of talking. I will see you next week. I will draw a number for the prize, but I think, well, basically every participant deserves at least, if not a prize, at least a praise. So I praise you, you're awesome. Thank you for joining my knit along. I was so happy to watch your progress and your pictures. They were just lovely. So yes, the exciting part will be next week. And happy knitting. See you next time. Yeah, bye.
Used to hang holly down your fitting gate, walking under sycamores on darkened streets, past the griffin ruins in their majesty. Used to hang holly down your fitting gate. Those were the days I didn't feel bad. Whenever I talk, it seems that I'm talking to you.